Yes, we have winter now in northern Sweden. Wonderful. So I thought it's about time to make a video about winter camping, outdoor life in the winter, what to think about during these conditions that we have usually in northern Sweden, which means freezing temperatures and lots of snow. Alright, I'll try to cover the most important parts of this huge subject. Hiking in winter usually means traveling on snow, at least around here. Whether it's with snowshoes or skis, it's more of a personal preference. For me, it's usually skis, as I find it to be faster and much more fun. The winter gear is big and heavy compared to summer gear, so if you carry everything in a backpack, it needs to be quite big. And this is why many people prefer using a pulk or sled that you simply pull behind you. Staying warm is usually never a problem, even in very cold temperatures, as all this heavy gear that you're pulling creates a lot of work. It's more likely you'll get sweaty, which is something you like to avoid in the winter. So you'll have to regulate the clothes to suit the activity and the temperature as you go, keeping the body temperature at a comfortable level. Dressing in layers will help you do this. I made a video about how to dress in extreme cold weather. You can check it out later. I'll leave a link in the description. So when you've found your place where you want to put up your tent, you start with stamping and packing the snow. The snow will quite quickly freeze and you'll get a very nice hard surface where you can pitch the tent. The pegs that comes to the tent usually never works on snow, so you will need some specific bigger winter pegs, or just use some twigs that you may find. It usually works quite well. Now that you're no longer working hard, you'll quickly start to get cold. So it's very important now to put on some more clothes. And if the ones that you wear is wet from sweat, then it's a good idea to change those first. Unless you're able to make a fire, the only heat source you have is from your own body. So you need to be careful with that so you don't lose it. My warmest sleeping bag covers temperatures down to -25°C, which is usually enough. You can also use a combination of summer sleeping bags, and the same goes for the sleeping pads. I'm using a combination of summer sleeping pads to get the right insulation from the ground. For temperatures around -15°C, 2 is enough. Colder than that, I'll take 3. Together they have an R value of about 8. It should be enough for -30°C. Inside the tent, there's no need for a cover bag. You have all the shelter you need there. But at times when I sleep under the bare sky, which I do sometimes, I usually have a cover outside the bag to protect it from wind and snow. Condensation and moisture is a bigger problem in cold weather. Most of it comes from breathing. You'll notice in the morning that the sleeping bag is very wet around the opening. When the warm breath meets the cold air, the moisture inside condensates and becomes water. You'll also get a ton of frost inside the fabric of the tent. You can try to increase the ventilation, but this usually has a quite limited effect on condensation. So, whenever you get a chance, you want to dry the bag somehow, and a sunny day is perfect for this. Water can usually be found along the streams. Even in the coldest weather, there are usually open spots here and there. But if not, you'll have to melt snow to get the water you need. This is very time and fuel consuming though. And while you're at it, in the evening, you can fill a bottle with hot water, put it in the sleeping bag, and you'll get a very nice, cozy, warm bag to crawl into. And you'll also have water to drink during the night. The kitchen here is Trangia alcohol stove. It's not very efficient, but I often use it, even down to minus 25 Celsius without problems. A multi-fuel stove would be much more efficient though, and recommended if you plan to melt a lot of snow. Just remember to bring all the extra fuel you need for all the snow melting. And the last thing I'll cover in this video is not the least important thing. It's about, the toilet business, or taking a dump, if you like. I'm sorry if I don't have any pictures of this, but it has to be done in the winter like anywhere else. And you just do it. It's no big deal. And when you're finished and you want to clean yourself, well, just take a piece of snow. Yes, it's cold and wet, but very efficient. One thing is for sure, your butt is never as clean as after a winter hike. Whenever you can, you need to try to wash yourself somehow. And snow is a very good material for this. It's cold, but very efficient. As I said in the beginning, winter camping is a big subject and it's impossible to cover every detail of it here. But if I missed something, feel free to drop a question in the comments field. I'll try to answer. I just hope I haven't discouraged anyone to go out hiking in the winter. It's truly an amazing season for hiking. So vastly different from summer. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you in the coming winter adventures.